Yeah. So good afternoon, all. I'm glad to see few PG students and few faculties. So at the outset, I'd like to thank Purvi ma'am and Dr. Madhav Ambekar for having me in this wonderful IC about PG students. PG students have always been very close to our heart, and we want them to learn the best before they go out as consultants in the society. So nowadays, because of the pandemic, COVID has changed a lot of training and teaching things in not only in ophthalmology but everywhere. So the e-learning part has come in a big way, and students now, like in our generation, we were totally dependent on the clinical work and on our teachers, but nowadays students have an access to e-learning as well. So let's find out how to maintain a good balance. So residency consists of heavy hard work, emergency duties, and learning from teachers and the immediate seniors. But this has been changed, of course, and now we have to blend both and titrate each to make a perfect teaching recipe for the PG students, how to balance the clinical work as well as the e-learning. So what are the merits of clinical experience? It's definitely interactive, and they can the students can correlate theory with the practical patients. So when I see a patient in the OPD, I immediately call up all my PGs and let them know what these are the findings, and then we have an interactive sessions. Students get to ask questions, and we also can ask the question and ask them to go back and give them the homework as such. So in that, we develop the skill development of the cognitive domain, the psychomotor domain, and the affective domain, so which are now very much promoted by the NMC guidelines. And this is what we have to do now when we teach the students. We have to think of all these aspects when we are teaching the students. So again continuing, we have the real life discussions, especially in most of the medical colleges. We get so many book picture cases, so rare cases also. So their communication skill, we ask them to present it. The case presentations are there. So they get to discuss. We need to show them the cases. They ask the patients the questions, and also there is a lot of intercommunication that is much more beneficial. Additional knowledge of systemic associations can also be looked at, and if we need references from or opinions from other departments, so that also can be easily achieved when we have a real life scenario. So immediately we can refer and take opinions of our colleagues from other departments. And definitely the clinical impression lasts a longer. So when they see a case and they write it back in the logbook, and so that stays forever. So again, that is what integration, and it is more structured. Students get to see do the work as well, do all the affective and psychomotor domain challenges are doing. So now let's see the merits of e-learning. Are they yes, merits of e-learning cannot be ignored upon. The clinical knowledge can be gained according to the time convenience. We know that they are hard pressed for times. Resident doctors always have to run between casualty duties to OTs to wards and everything. So when that they don't have as much as time to spend, so they can learn at his or own pace. Whenever they go back in their hostels, they have their gadgets and they can study. And then expert opinion on complex topics is obtained because of we have AIOS programs, we have state programs, and we have so many more other. The students have opportunity to learn from the experts from around the world. Yesterday itself we saw that Dr. Uday Devgande, he was surrounded by so many PG students. So the geographical distance doesn't matter when you have an e-learning access. So impressions of audiovisual aids are long-lasting. It simplifies a concept. You can rerun and see it again and again if you are not able to get it. and it's quite cost effective. Flexibility and easy accessibility is there, and students know that where they stand on a national platform. So like one of my student is sitting right here, so in a place as remote as at Dhulia in Maharashtra also. So there also, because of e-learning, they know they get to present case on the national or the state platform, so they get an opportunity and they know where they stand. So that is also a great advantage. Then they can club together, they can see it in their hostel rooms. So what is the, now let's come to into the limitations. The all subspecialty faculties may not be present, like Purvi ma'am just said, they are, but sometimes the lack of facility faculties are not there. Availability of all the instrumentations are not, may not be present in all the institutes. And the limitations of e-learning is face-to-face interaction. They may not, they may have so many questions while they are watching a video, but they not get the opinion, or directly they can't convey it. And then there's social isolation, technical difficulties. Just now I mentioned about that place. So the internet facilities may not be there. The electricity challenges can be a challenge, and requires strong self-motivation and time management skills. Only if the students is very well motivated, yes, today I'm going to learn this, through those challenges it can be overcome. So again, inadequate tools to similarly, and then lack of physical activities. So you just sit in a place, and so my suggestions are that continuous technical support and in blended learning is must. So what it is, so all these needs to come face to face, the community outreach. So you need to blend it all and find out the middle way, that e-learning and clinical experience have to walk hand in hand. Individual institutes can balance the both on availability of infrastructure, manpower and facilitators. And e-learning has made the learning more interesting, but practical hands-on knowledge cannot be done away with. So here's to blend of both, and let's welcome e-learning as well. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vaishali, for that very well balanced shown between clinical exposure and learning and the e-learning. And one thing that needs to be kept in mind, especially for the PG students, is no matter what information is available on your fingertips in this tech-savvy world, nothing undermines and overrules the exposure and the learning that you get from clinical experience.
Yeah, beautiful presentation, ma'am. And like, you know, there is this cartoon that is there. There's a fracture that is shown, and there's a programmer sitting there. He says, I can fix it on Photoshop. So please remember, you can fix it on Photoshop. You can't fix it in real world unless you put your hands on the patient. So I think that's the take-home message, please.